Hey everyone, welcome to TCA. My name's Christian Smedberg.
And I'm Andy Turner. Good morning.
So we're glad that you're joining us this morning. It's a great morning here at Weinig-Holzer USA. We're coming to you live from Mooresville, North Carolina. So if you have any comments, questions, or you just want to shout out, put your info in the comment section. Tell us where you're watching from. Let us know what you think. If you have any questions for us as we go through our weekly rundown. So, Andy, we're doing something new this week.
We are doing something new this week. So as we get ready for our big event, and are we 4 weeks away from that?
Just about 4.5 weeks away from the Retool.
So we're working on lots of things on the technology side to try to make this as easy as possible for you guys to be able to join us.
That's right.
So the thing that we're doing today, our next step in this, is that we're streaming on 3 platforms.
Yep.
So we're streaming not only on Facebook, but we're also on YouTube.
That's right.
And the site that we told you about last week for the Retool Tour, the Weinig-Holzer.com, we're streaming there. The reason that we're going to stream there is that during the event, that's where the schedule of events are going will be housed, will be held.
That's right.
And so if you are watching with us, if you want to know what's going on and you go to the site to see what the schedule of events are for that day that you're watching, you can simply click to watch live from that site as well. So we're doing it for the first time today. We're streaming simultaneously in three places on the web.
That's right. So, and Andy, the order of presentations during the Retool Tour is up online on that
site. It's there now, yeah.
Yep.
So you can go ahead and start planning ahead.
That's right. So go over to Weinig-Holzer.com after you watch this video, of course, and check out the whole presentation schedule for the Retool Tour. Again, the Retool Tour is happening August 24th
through 28th.
Through 28th, that's right. Andy and I will be heavily involved in that. So hopefully you don't get too sick of us before then, because we'll be at each location during the Retool Tour.
Yeah, and there could be, there's some questions that were out there as to why we're waiting so long to do this, but I think that we're trying to make sure that we make this not only a big event, but a very vital, very informative event, very valuable event to everyone that wants to see it. So that's why we're trying the new things. We're trying to make sure that our live streams are getting better. We're trying to make sure we're streaming in 3 different locations and making that very easy. So I think it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, and I just it's really for the industry.
For the industry.
We want to make sure that people are still getting that machine education that they would have been getting at IWF, but from the comfort and the safety of their own shop or their own home, etc., by watching this live stream. So
right. I mean, we've been in this. You and I have been in the industry for a long time. I've been in the industry since 2000, so 20 years that I've been in this industry, and so I am absolutely not only a fan and a supporter, but I want to make sure that this industry does good things. So that's why we were so adamant. I don't know how many years you've been in it. Maybe not 20.
Just about 14, 15 for me. Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're putting out valuable information.
That's right. So, before we get started in, what's going on in the industry and here at Weinig this week, I do want to take just a minute and recognize a couple people. Because really, Andy, through this whole pandemic, we've had to change.
Yes, pivot.
Yeah, we've had to pivot, both here at Weinig, but also anywhere else. I mean, every company has been going through changes in the last 6 months, and everyone watching, you guys probably agree with me that if your organization is changing, more than likely, normally, there are people that enable that change.
Sure.
Right?
Every company.
Yep, and those people may not be the face of the company. They might not even be the face of change,
right, or
the face of success, but they enable that change to happen. So this morning, just want to give a couple shouts out for folks here at Weinig-Holzer USA who have enabled us to pivot and be where we are right now. First shout out goes to just our IT guru, Joe.
Yeah.
So Joe, we appreciate you. He's probably watching. Thanks for watching, buddy. Everything you do here, it's super appreciated. You make all of this happen. You make all of our remote workers happen as well.
Yeah.
Great hard worker, great guy.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
Next shout out real quick is Jamie in Building Services. We've had to transform this building in the last couple months, right? We've installed the temperature sensor. We've installed new doors, one-way hallways. You can go back and watch our video of us just entering the building. It's all new. Big shout out to Jamie.
First class, first rate.
Yep.
He's done an excellent job.
Yeah, couldn't have done it.
And he continues to investigate other things. I was with him last week. We were investigating even more steps that we could take to make our customers and to make our employees feel more comfortable.
So thank you. And last but not least, it's not one single person, but an entire team. Our field technicians. You guys are on the road, traveling. Big shout out to all of you guys. Battling the airports, I can't imagine. All the respect in the world to you guys, and you're doing a phenomenal job keeping our customers up and running and being productive. We wouldn't be here without you.
Right, very good. We got a couple people watching this morning. Pascal from up in Canada is with us, and Mike Sigmund saying he's looking forward to the demos that we're going to be showing during the Retool Tour.
That's excellent. Thanks for watching, Mike. Mike's a great and valuable player here on the Wine and Culture team.
Certainly, as we're talking about people that help out with all the things that are going on, Mike helps out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, we're live, guys. So if you're watching, drop us a note. Let us know that you're watching. Let us know where you're from. We get people every week watching us from all over the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, so Andy, moving on. So what's going on in the industry, and what can we be optimistic about?
There's actually growing optimism in our industry. You know, we talk about the woodworking or the wood products manufacturing industry, and the largest segment of the industry is housing. And housing continues to look good. Pulling some numbers over the last couple of days, and our housing starts are getting back to normal levels. Normal being what we're used to. If we measure the housing starts in June to what they were last year, we're right on par with where we were in June of 2019. That's very good, especially since May was certainly better than April. And we had March and April were down. May we started to see a comeback, but we were still there was a significant gap from where it was in May of 2019. And but in June we're right there with the June numbers from 2019. And if you remember, there was a lot of housing that was happening last year. The housing was big. So we're continuing to be optimistic. The thing we're most optimistic on is that actual permits to start new houses are up.
New construction permits are
it's higher
through
than it was
the roof
last
right
year.
now.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Interest rates are low.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The single family housing starts are actually back to where they were last year
in 2019.
In 2019.
Yep.
So we're seeing a nice recovery. We're starting to see a lot of new projects. Actually, I was talking with Chris Sauer, who watches us from time to time on here. He's up in the D.C. area. His brother-in-law's in the building industry, and he said that after a couple of months of some slowdown, and they had a lot of inventory, a lot of projects that they were already working on, so that was keeping them busy.
Yeah.
But now they're signing contracts to start new. In the case of his brother-in-law, they just started a new contract actually here in North Carolina to build 30 new units. So
wow.
that was a big deal. They're super optimistic. They expect this to be a momentum builder to get them through the rest of the year.
Yeah, we are just steamrolling right now with housing. It's great to see, and it's keeping all those cabinet shops busy. All the molding and millwork shops.
But when the single family homes are growing, or the starts are going up, then we've all been in the high-rise apartments, and there's not as much millwork and molding. There's still millwork. You get into the super high-end ones, there's a lot of millwork, but a lot of the newer high-rises are the floor-to-ceiling glass, the concrete floors, the things like that.
The industrial look, right?
The industrial look, and so when the single-family homes, when that business is starting to take off again, that's very good for our industry, and so it's very encouraging, very optimistic.
That's right. So we're excited for all those production shops out there. Wine and Culture, we're here to support you. We always have been, and we're excited for you and what the rest of the year will hold.
Yeah, we're incredibly optimistic for our entire industry. It's certainly we're excited that things are looking good for Wine and Culture, but our industry as a whole, even our competitors are having better months, and that's good for us as a whole. We talked a couple weeks ago about the Woodworking Network has put up a page
Yep.
to show how our industry has pivoted.
That's right.
So there are lots of events that are happening.
Going through each organization, each company, showing IWF alternatives, pivots, new products that
trying
they're
to do
releasing.
live streams, things like that.
Right.
So it's very encouraging. Our industry is starting to adapt, but by adopting some of the new technology. Again, not new technology, but new to our industry, stuff that's been around, and so it's very exciting. It's very encouraging that we're catching up with the rest of the world.
Yes, it is. So, so we're excited for you. We're optimistic for you. Again, if there's anything that we can do to help you and promote your growth as a company, let us know. Get in contact with your local Weininger-Holzer rep. Have a meeting with them. They can share how we can partner with you. So,
we were talking earlier. You said that there were some. We constantly want you to put comments in.
Yep.
As we're live, if you have them, but we've promised that we, in every video that we do, we don't have a huge audience that watches us live. It's growing, but we don't have a ton of people that watch us live. A lot of people, hundreds of people, thousands of people are watching us after it's gone live.
That's right.
And so there are a lot of questions that get into the comment field afterwards. Of course, just ask us the questions about what we're doing. And so Christian was talking earlier. We thought that we would share some of those comments and answer some questions.
I went through a lot of the past videos, and in addition to answering questions in the comments field, we thought that we'd bring them to this setting this morning, kind of have almost like a mailbag, like the old school shows have a mailbag segment. So we'll just kind of open up the mailbag, answer some questions, because more than likely if one person has the question,
somebody else has it.
Someone else will have it. So Andy, real quick, I got 5 or 6 here that I want to talk through this morning. All right, so first of all, this is kind of an easy one, but maybe a lot of people don't know it. Where is Weininger-Holzer USA?
Well, as we've gone through our retool tour, we talk about the stops that we're going to make. Weininger-Holzer USA, our North American now headquarters, is here in Mooresville, North Carolina, just north of Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's right. Mooresville, North Carolina is where we commonly refer to Weininger-Holzer USA to be.
That's right, the headquarters.
With that said, we have other locations. We have a manufacturing fabrication shop up in Hickory, North Carolina. We have an additional showroom in Anaheim, California.
Office and showroom, right?
Yep. And then we have agents throughout the country. Some of them even have a showroom. So there's many places to see.
Also, since Pascal's on here watching, we can't forget, in Laval we have an office as well. Laval, just across the river there from Montreal.
That's right. So our Canadian office up in Canada. So there's a number of places that you can see Weininger-Holzer equipment, but we this morning and normally are based here out of Mooresville, North Carolina. So Andy, next question, kind of related, is can I visit Weininger-Holzer USA, and do I need an appointment?
Yes, and yes.
Yes and yes.
Well, and no. So we try hard. We would like to know that you're coming so we can prepare. We want to make sure that our customers feel very welcome, that we are prepared to show you what you'd like to see. That being said, we oftentimes have, being in North Carolina, there are a lot of people that drive across country to get to the Outer Banks. It's a beautiful area. Or maybe they're going to go to Charleston or Savannah or somewhere. We have some beautiful beaches, some beautiful areas along the coast of the Carolinas, and so we oftentimes have people that will stop in to see us on the way somewhere else. So we absolutely love it when you just drop in, but if you wanted to be prepared and to know what's happening, because we are, especially this year, we've had a lot of machines coming in and out of this showroom on a weekly, even daily basis. So in order to make sure that we're prepared to show you what you'd like to see, we would like to know that you're coming anyway.
That's right. Another note about that is that we want you to come to our showroom here. That's why we have a showroom. This is not just a factory. This isn't a warehouse, and this isn't just an office building. We have a significant portion of this building, of this structure, dedicated to showroom space, meaning that we have machines that are powered, that are ready to run product. So not only yes, but please, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
as a matter of fact, so when we've been
visit us.
tracking this year the amount of demos that we do. Not only just the number of demos, but also the number of the types of machines that people want to see demoed, so we can make sure that we have the right machines over time. We can kind of see what people are coming to see, and we've tracked this year that we're almost doing a demo every day.
Yep, just
every
about.
single business day.
Yep,
we've
just
just about had a demo.
So, Andy, next question from the mailbag here is Weinig USA carrying Shouda now?
Yeah, so we made the announcement
A couple weeks ago.
a few weeks ago, where we are now the North American representative for Shouda.
Shouda CNC routers.
Yeah.
If you have Shouda in your shop, if you have a Shouda router or multiple Shouda routers, it seems like so many shops out there, if they have one, they have three,
or
right?
20.
or 20.
Right.
Right. So if you have them, yes, we are representing Shouda here in the U.S.
Yeah, we're excited. We'll show some of their new technology during the Retool Tour on the Tuesday that week, the 25th, when we are in Mooresville. We'll show one of their machines. It's coming in next week or the week after.
That's right. So, all right, next question, Andy, just rolling through these. Are Weinig machines made in the USA? Kind of a loaded question, a little bit, but
yeah, because the Weinig is a group of companies. Over the years, it's acquired several companies, and we have factories all over Europe. Primarily, the factories that we have are in Germany.
That's right.
So we have several factories in Germany. We do have a factory for the scanners in Luxembourg. The Holzer equipment is manufactured in Austria.
Austria, yep.
And so we have a lot of factories. There is a factory in the Weinig group in Yantai, in China as well. Probably 95% of what we do comes out of one of the factories in Europe. And then a percentage of what we do, we actually do manufacture. We fabricate automation, material handling here in the U.S.
That's right.
Years ago, it was decided that it didn't make a lot of sense to ship a lot of air, which is what we would do with all of the material handling. So we have an area in Hickory, just north of here, which is another stop on our Retool Tour, where we actually fabricate and manufacture material handling to connect these machines together.
That's right. So the short answer, I guess, would be yes, we do. Long answer is
yes, but
right.
a lot of the standard machines do come from the factories in Germany. That offering has actually expanded. We do work closely with the guys at the Yantai factory as well, but most of what we do here, most of what you would see in the showroom is going to come from Europe.
Most of it's coming out of Europe, but. Hey, quick shout out to our guys up in Hickory, North Carolina, for the top-notch manufacturing job that they do up there for the material handling equipment.
Yeah. How about Mike Sigmund, right on cue, says that the Shouda, he's talking about the Shouda, if you're following the comments, will arrive on August 11th.
Oh, so. There you go. Thanks, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question real quick is, how expensive are technician visits? So this is a question that actually comes up quite a bit because I think, at least I believe, because of how good our technicians are. Right. They are top-notch, world-class, tenured guys.
But it's also something we have to. Dennis Coffey, you're calling me now, and I'm live on Facebook here. So it is a question that is hard to answer with a yes or a no or a single price, because we do, as we mentioned before, the Weinig is a group. This is the Weinig group, and so there are so many different machines. There's so much different technology. So there's lots of different levels of expertise that you're going to have to have. If you're, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of intelligence that goes into, like, if you're using a scanner in a system. That's a high level kind of position,
absolutely.
a high level kind of a visit, versus maybe our 1052, which is the entry level edge bander on the Holzer side. So there's a wide range of requirements. There's a wide range of knowledge and expertise. So really, I don't know how to give you an answer on that. So call us and find out.
Best way to go about it is give our service department here a call. They'll be able to guide you through exactly what you need. Whether it's whether it's a technician on site, whether it's diagnostics, whatever you may need, they'll be able to guide you through that. They'll be able to provide a cost sheet for you, a calculation sheet for your costs. so they can help you with that.
I will tell you, it's reasonable and it's competitive in the marketplace.
Oh, absolutely.
We're not
absolutely.
we're not higher than anyone else. In many cases, we're going to be lower than people.
All right, last question for the morning is what type of training classes are offered at Wine and Culture USA?
It's another big question.
Now, first of all, we did a video with Jamie, our training coordinator here, and we went through a lot of the courses that were offered. So I don't think we're going to list them all this morning.
Go back and watch the video, yeah.
But they can watch the video, or they can go onto our website, see a full offering. There's a number of classes offered here, but real quick, I kind of want to go into one thing that I love about our training program, which is classes are not just offered here at a single location.
That's correct.
Yep. So we also offer classes in Anaheim at our office and showroom out on the West Coast, and then we also bring it on the road and actually go to customer locations to provide training classes for their teams.
And in the age that we're in, the age of the COVID-19, we have actually done some virtual training classes.
Virtual training as well. So again, short answer is let us know what you're looking for specifically as far as training class. And
that's another thing. So we have standard classes, and then we have variations of the standard classes where we can make it specific to an end user. But if you have a need for a class, we've had this happen this year a few times. When we start getting 2 or 3 or 4 companies that are all saying, "Hey, we'd really like to have this class," Jamie puts it together, and we vet it out, and we start teaching a new class.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, so contact us there. All right, that's it for the mailbag, everybody. So,
all right.
So that was fun. So, Andy, real quick, what do we have on tap for this week?
Well, Thursday is our next live demonstration video, and that's where we're going to discuss what customers should expect from our Weinig knife grinding service. Many of you may not know, we sell grinders so you can grind your own knives, but there are a lot of customers that maybe they're not quite ready to start. Maybe they don't want to invest in the grinding technology at their facility yet,
right.
Or maybe they're not quite comfortable doing it. So they would prefer to. They bought the molder from Weinig, and they'd like to buy the knives for the heads from Weinig as well. So we have a service like that.
It's a great first step, isn't it?
Actually, it is. There's multiple steps. So we can, because we have a water jet here. We have a 5-axis water jet. So we have some customers that simply buy roughed out knives for us so they could put it on their grinder, and it saves them some time as well.
That's right. But even a step before that, if you get a Weinig molder and you want to use the best on the best, as we say here, but you don't want to take that step in investing in a grinder and a grinder operator, a grinderman, then this is just a great first step to get you used to the Weinig knives that should be used. It's a great department. We're going to do really a deep dive into the processes, how you would go about ordering, what information they need from you, what information they keep on file to make repetitive orders easy, and then really what do they send? What is it that you get when you order knives? Because it's not just a couple pieces of metal. You get a whole lot more. We're going to be going into it. It's Thursday. Thursday
afternoon.
Yep, Thursday afternoon.
I would expect that we're going to meet some of the people who make these knives.
Yes.
So that's going to be good.
Yep, we sure will. So Thursday afternoon, make sure you follow us on Facebook. We'll be streaming on YouTube.
Well, for sure it was Facebook and YouTube.
Absolutely.
That day. Will we also be on the maybe on the Retool site? Or
we'll probably be all over the place.
Yeah,
so,
we have to get better at going 3 places simultaneously.
Yeah. So make sure you follow us on social media. We'll keep you in the know on how you can watch that. Again, that's going to be Thursday afternoon, looking at the grinding knife service here in Mooresville at our facility.
And then the big news that we have to delay again. We still don't have a winner for our cornhole tournament.
The cornhole tournament is still not done because we've had a few folks on vacation recently. A couple teams are incomplete, so games have kind of been
just delayed. They're pushed.
Yeah.
Well, we should be done by the end of the month.
So again, we're looking forward to it. We'll announce the winner here and maybe get them to say a few words. So that's always fun. We try to have a lot of fun here.
We do, and we keep trying just to try to make this better too. So next week, who knows what we'll do? I won't be here next Tuesday. I have prior commitments, but if we can figure out how to. One of the things we've struggled with is going live from multiple locations at the same time. So I don't know if it'll work next week if I can be on it or not. If not, there'll be someone sitting here in my place.
We'll have fun next week either way. So so that's it. All right. So anything else we want to share with our audience this morning before we wrap it up, Andy?
Just visit the whinyculture.com site. That's where the schedule is. The folks from Mexico just jumped in right here before we're off. So thanks for Daniel and Agustin.
Greetings to our friends in Mexico.
Next level is still planning to happen in October.
So that's going to be an open house event that we are planning. That's not the same as the Retool Tour.
Right.
That's going to be where we've pushed that all the way back to October.
Yeah.
And so we are excited about that. More
There'll be some in person and also obviously some virtual aspects to that as well.
More information about that once we get through summer. We'll be posting about that.
And so, I think that's it.
All right.
We've gone a little long today, but we did want to talk. We wanted to respond to some questions, and so that took a little bit of time.
That's right. So everyone out there, thank you for joining us this morning. It's always a pleasure to be with you, having coffee on Tuesday mornings.
Yeah. Have a great week.
All right. Have a good week.